You will eat what you kill. You eat what you kill. So if you want to eat more, you must kill more. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chat with Hey. Today we have another opportunity to reflect about the reality of life, where I share my experience about life in all the areas that we've been discussing about. Today we have another opportunity to discuss one of the critical issues that happen to us as human beings, even as we exercise our faith. Today's topic is Hold On, the fullness of time is coming. The purpose of our discussion is to highlight the seasons of life and to make the point that sometimes you may find yourself in a situation where something that you are looking forward to seems to delay. You may be looking for a promotion. You may be looking for a new job. You may be looking to make the next business move. You may be in a position of silence, and the world seems to be so silent that you feel abandoned, you feel it's quiet, you feel isolated, you feel sad. Sometimes it results in crying because of lack of clarity, because of lack of opportunity, because of lack of the next move, and it feels so abandoned and isolated. Today, we have an opportunity to discuss what to do. In our discussion today, we'll be focusing on what to do in that moment between when you are waiting and when the fullness of time will come. The fullness of time will definitely come as a new season, but it comes for those who are prepared and ready to take the opportunities that it comes with. My purpose today is to empower you so that you turn that moment of waiting into a moment of preparation. You do not turn that moment into a moment of idleness and crying. Be empowered and prepare yourself for that great opportunity that is yet to come. So today, we'll discuss what I have determined as the dam. We'll use the dam as an illustration to build ourselves and prepare ourselves for that fullness of time. The D in the dam is what I call defining your current situation and defining where you want to be. If you find yourself in a situation of disquiet and isolation, where you are looking forward to something great but it's yet to come and it seems so distant and it's not coming, what I want you to do is to rather take a moment and determine and define where you are. Where exactly are you? Find out how much skill set do you have? How much opportunities have you obtained? How much knowledge do you have in the field that you are seeking to explore? Define your current situation. Know all the challenges and all the nuances about where you are. The next point is also to identify and define where you seek to be. If you are in employment, where exactly do you want to be? And how long do you perceive you would be where you want to be? You want the next promotion. You want to be a manager. You want to be a director. Or you want the next business. What exactly does it take to get to where the next business requires? You want from the university, you want to pursue a master's and a PhD. Or from the secondary school, you want to go to the university. What exactly does it require to be in that program that you think will define your future? It doesn't need you to be sorrowful. It needs you to be very deliberate about what you want and be very certain about where you are. Take a piece of paper, take a pen, write it down. This is where I am today. This is where I want to be. This is what is required to be where I want to be. After you have determined all that is required, I want you to move on to the next step in the dam. That is the A. Align your strategies. Align your strategies. Aligning your strategies is key because after you have determined where you are and where you want to be, and you have examined the gap, you need to now develop strategy and align it to where you intend to go. The strategy may be in many forms. I want you to know that, for instance, if you want to start a new business, you must identify what it takes to be able to pursue those businesses and come up with a short term and a long term strategy that helps you to attain that goal. Do not be sad. Be deliberate about where you intend to be and make an effort to put in the strategies that is required to get there. It may require getting a mentor to guide you. Seek a mentor. It may require building a new knowledge or a new skill set in a different environment. I've always maintained that life is such that those who earn more earn as a result of what they do. So this is how I put it. You eat what you kill. You eat what you kill. So if you want to eat more, you must kill more. What does it mean? It means that to be able to get more opportunities and get more out of life, you need to be versatile. You need to develop multiple skills so that it gives you the opportunity to get multiple streams of income. When you develop multiple skills, it helps you to be versatile and it helps you to reinvent yourself. Most of us get knocked down along the way of life. We lose a job as an accountant. We lose a job as a marketer. We lose a job as a nurse. We lose a job in a particular profession. And we keep waiting and waiting and waiting for many years, looking for that same opportunity in that same industry. But brethren, if you were to use that waiting period of a year, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years, rather to develop a new skill set, I can assure you that by turning your eye to different skill sets, you are giving yourself opportunity to be engaged, opportunity to generate additional source of income that makes you versatile. Life is difficult, but you must always give yourself the opportunity to reinvent yourself and to stand up again. One philosophy you must all understand is that the blue collar job, the job that we go to 8 a.m. and close at 5 p.m., that's one thing to us. It helps to define a purpose for us. Life is lived based on purpose. If you are going to work and you are so busy that you have no time for anyone, you wake up in the morning, you are going to work. When you are sleeping, you are thinking about work. What that has done to you is that work has defined a purpose for you, and so you are living it. But for most of us, the moment we lose that job, we lose all our purpose. It's as if it is only that job that defines purpose for us. No, we must have purpose. It is what you do that defines the purpose for you. So don't let one job that you have lost or one job that you are not getting bring you down. Find a purpose for yourself. Your purpose definition or your purpose acquisition is determined based on what you can do, your skill set, the knowledge you have, leverage on the knowledge. One of the things that we are not good at doing, especially in our part of the world, is identifying our talent. Most often, we are left as if there is no help for us because we don't know the power God put in us as a result of the talent He has given every one of us. Every one of us is born with a talent. It is for you to identify the talent, harness the talent, exploit it, use it, and benefit from it. My message to you this day is that take a moment, identify your talent. In another video, in another session, I'm going to help you on a course as to how, in the simple steps, in identify the talent that God has given you. After you have identified that talent, I want you to invest every effort in moving on that talent. I can assure you that after you have exploited that talent, you are going to get a lot of benefit. Because what God did for all of us is that He gave all of us different talents. And so don't look at what somebody is doing and think that you must do the same. Your talent may not look attractive compared to the other person, but I can assure you without a shadow of doubt the benefits that talent will bring will be equal or even more and better than other ones. Identify your talent, develop your strategy, build new skill sets, give yourself the opportunity to reinvent yourself. Do not sit idle, do not sit crying. Turn that moment of idleness into a moment of preparation. Get up on your feet. Tell yourself, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. This is the strategy I must deploy. I must speak to this person as a mentor. I must learn this new course. I must learn this new skill set. I must identify my talent. After you have done that, move. In our principle of DAM, the last point is the M. The M means to move. To move. Let me tell you something about life. You can only win when you start. You can only win when you start. If you sit down and you cry, you will not win. The only way you know you will win is when you have actually made the effort. There is something that I desire, especially of the youth of our country and in this generation. I want to see thousands and millions of our youth who have tried something before and have failed, rather than have never tried anything before and are sitting idle. Because it is in when you try and it is in when you move that you can actually win, rather than sitting down. Because there is always certainty that if you sit idle and cry, you can never win. But there is always the probability and a high chance that when you actually move, you will win. So after you have determined what you need to do, take a step. Make that move. Make that move. Buy that thing that you need to buy. Invest in that thing you need to invest in. Start the class that you need to start. You may have lost your job, or you may have been looking for a job with all the certificates that you have, but you are very good with cooking. Why don't you start a cooking class online? You may be very good with writing. Why don't you start something with it? Most of the time, it is always good when you are starting something to build credibility. We must be patient with life. We are always in a haste to commercialize and to make money immediately out of things. One strategy that I have found very useful is that when you have gained credibility and you have gained acceptability, people pay so much for what you have. So start small. Start by volunteering. Start by demonstrating what you can do for free. And when you have done that, you would have built a network of people who find you credible. Your next step is that after you have advanced that network will bring you the resources that you need. Brethren, let me encourage you that instead of sitting and crying and asking yourself, why me? Use that moment to invest in yourself. Use that moment to try something. Use that moment to make a move. It is better to work on something for 2 years and have the chance that it succeed, rather than to wait and sit at home for 2 years looking for someone to employ you. Don't let another person determine a purpose for you. If it comes, that is good. But if it doesn't come, define your own purpose. Decide what you want to do. Make the move. And I can assure you, there's always reward for them that trust God with something ready for them. Thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and remember to put on your notification so that anytime we have this valuable and insightful session, you'll be notified to follow. Also, follow us on all social media platforms at Chat with Hey. God be with you. Thank you for watching.